Hello. This quick video will give you a glimpse into how YesPrep organizes curriculum sharing through Office 365 and also what types of resources are available to English teachers from 6th to 12th grade at YesPrep. So first of all, you'll notice that YesPrep shares through Office 365. Each course has its own page, which you'll see its own site in the link. And that is so that we can build each site into a kind of more interactive database, which makes it more user-friendly for teachers to see and download and interact with the site. So for today's quick video, I'm just going to take you through the Introduction to Rhetoric and Composition site. Introduction to Rhetoric and Composition is the absolutely amazing junior level English class, the brainchild of a colleague of mine, Marissa Morris-Frazier, who had the amazing drive to make sure students were all ready for AP English Language. So there are two course options for juniors at YesPrep. Some students take AP English Literature, and other students take Introduction to Rhet Comp, which is a nonfiction class that aligns to the AP Lang class at the senior level. So you'll note that this course page has the texts that students will study over the course of the year. Each of these is live and will link to the unit on that specific text. So that's one way you can access it. As you scroll down, the most important kind of constant information that isn't changing for the course appears on the home page. There's a place for resource sharing, which is its own separate video, and then most kind of macro level documents and resources for the course. So the end of course information from the state, the blueprint for this course, the long-term plan, and other examples of big resources like the vocabulary lists for the year. Then there's contact information. If you need to contact someone, that'll link to sending them an email or a link to their page. As you scroll down, you'll note that there is then a unit by unit at a glance, which also is live and will take you to the unit page. So I can click on the book, We Shall Be Feminists, which is text 1 for unit 1 for IRC, or I can click on this, or I can click on this picture as well. All will take me to the same page. For any teacher who wants to go old-fashioned and have a printable unit plan, that's available to download here. And also built onto this home site is the information for the Unit 1 assessment and access information for how to scan data, which is useful for deans or data people who need to know that information. As you continue to scroll, you'll note that these pages also exist. Here's the page for Unit 2, which is still being finalized. And Unit 3, again, links to the subpages, subunits. Unit 4, Unit 5, and Unit 6. And side note, don't you totally want to take this class and read these amazing texts? It's so smart. So I'm going to just take us into the subpage for Unit 1, where, here we go. This now will lead me through, if I'm a teacher or a leader who is coaching a teacher in IRC, I have kind of the unit plan specified and digitized here. It also includes external hyperlinks to helpful resources that a teacher might want to consider as they are preparing for this unit. For example, they might want to take a look at this full rhetorical analysis essay, or they might want to be able to watch the TED Talk of this amazing speech, and here's that link, so on and so forth. This unit overview also includes the objectives and standards for the unit, what teachers should know about the text, the supplemental texts, the essential questions were all the way at the top, so on. Now, the really great thing about the way that amazing hard work from one person in particular, Caroline Wilson at Yes Prep, helped us build these sites. And what we love about this is that it's now unit at a glance with digitized, downloadable daily resources. So as we go through the text for the daily plans for the day, you'll notice that anything highlighted in yellow is a downloadable resource. And if you click on it, it'll take you right to that resource. Anything underlined in blue is an external website. And then anything that is in red is something that the content team recommends that teachers take for a grade. Yes Prep structures lessons in the pre, during, post format, so pre-reading, during reading, post-reading. And you'll notice that even in this first lesson, lesson 1, day 1, for Introduction to Rhetoric and Composition, there are a ton of downloadable resources like the IRC course syllabus. I can click that link and here it is downloading for me. And then as a teacher, I can download the document myself and make some tweaks to it and finalize it and use it for students. In my view, because I'm an owner of the site, I can actually edit the document in Word, but teachers don't have this level of access, so they actually have to download the resource to tweak it, which is great because then the original hyperlinks maintain the integrity of the document in its original form. So again, anything that teachers are going to need to use during the lesson, not everything, but the most major resources, including quizzes, scaffolded reading questions, which are text-dependent questions for all intents and purposes, rubrics, sample student work, formative assessments, all of these things are built into the site and then they can be downloaded. And then each day follows a relatively similar format where we list the standards for the day, the central text of the day, the output that students are going to create, and all of that, of course, is linked to a central question for the day. Then what happens during the pre portion of the lesson, the during portion, the post reading, and then there's homework. Also built into this are teacher notes that is going to help guide newer teachers to wrap their minds around what students will need to do during that particular lesson. Once again, you'll note that there are blue hyperlinked external links as well to sometimes, for example, videos. Oh, this is an example of a book talk. You've never done a book talk before, first year teacher, here's an example. Take a look and hopefully imitate. So one last note is that each of the weeks are color coded. So you'll see that all of the days for week 1 were written in pink and bold. And if I keep scrolling, now I have week 2, which is in orange, which also just helps newer teachers categorize where they are in the unit and keep on track. And then once again, any link to a resource that teachers might need is hyperlinked here. We found that it's great for teachers to be able to go through the lesson, download the resources that they need, but still be able to pull that from the lesson itself and not have to go searching for them. So after a lot of design and a ton of hard work from some really helpful people, the site now exists for English 6 to English 12 at Yes Prep. And